I'll show you how to make money in cryptocurrency. If you like money in crypto, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, if you like our live stream videos, make sure to smash that like button. We also got details we're going to be talking about today on how you can win a full Bitcoin. We're charging right through the contest. We're at a pretty high subscriber number today. Our growth is not slowing down, so that's good news for you guys who want to win a Bitcoin. Who doesn't want to win a Bitcoin? It's more valuable today than it was on Friday, so everybody's really excited about that. Guys, today we're going to be talking about why Bitcoin went up over the weekend, and I'm going to talk about a couple trades that I made where I absolutely crushed it. We're back in the forward momentum for our 1K to 1 or 100K to $1 million challenge. Pretty excited about that. I would like to turn that into $1 million and then buy our new building with it, part of it. That'd be a pretty good move. So we're going to be talking about Bitcoin going up. We're going to be talking about mainly not necessarily what made it go up, but what was causing it to go down last week. And I got a big video tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be talking to you guys about the Bitcoin futures contract, so you exactly understand what is going on with those futures contracts. A bunch of old guys trying to press your money down is what's happening. We're going to be talking about trillions of dollars coming into crypto. Where is it going to be coming from? Might be your favorite boomer. We're going to be taking a look at some extra nerdy stuff as we talk about some mining today. We're going to be talking about the big story over the weekend involving NFTs. We're going to be looking at some really interesting NFT projects today. One that I'm particularly excited about. You guys know Eternity Chain has been killing it, right? Am I right? Put a hand up if you've been killing it with Eternity. I know you guys have been for sure. Yeah, I see the hands in the back there. I see the hands in the back. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. But for also though, I mean, we do have huge news about Ethereum today, so I hope you guys like that. Just after yesterday, I said, is it time to sell Ethereum? Today it's pumping, so we're really excited about that. So if you like Ethereum, make sure to go ahead and smash that like button. Because guys, the most fun on this channel was in January when Ethereum was crushing it. Am I right or am I wrong? So I think we could be seeing some action here, possibly. We'll have to take a look. But we got big news for Visa today involving Ethereum that backs up everything I've been telling you guys for months now, really years on this channel. All right, guys, so here we go. Let's jump in. 720K. How about that? Let me get a 720. There's a 720 right there. Thank you, everybody, for subscribing to the channel. Also, guys, don't forget to subscribe to our other channel. Where are they at? Oh, I'm on the wrong tab here. Don't forget to subscribe to our other channels as well. Hit Network. We're approaching 100,000 subscribers over there. These are our daily vlog series where you guys get to see the behind the scenes. And don't forget about old new Money Gang. Justin and Leanne are here right now in the back. We're going to be recording some new eps that this weekend. So we're at 25K over there, so doing pretty well. Hey, when you add up all those numbers, I mean, some people could say we're almost at $1 million already. Guys, check this out, though. I want to show you guys on Twitter. We're crushing it on Twitter right now. 222K, basically. I want to get to 250 this week. We're crushing it. There ain't no reason we ain't going to hit 250 this week. Go ahead and make sure you are following us on Twitter. But I did want to show you guys this. You guys know we do have our contest. To sign up for our contest, all you got to do, visit the link right here. It's going to take you to this page. I want you guys to see we have a new retweet. We're going to be adding retweets a couple times a week. This one's going to be worth 3 entries. The retweet for this one is this thing that really pisses me off, which is, you guys know, right? The BitSquad knows. We are the #1 most impersonated thing in crypto, period. We have more impersonators trying to pretend to be us and scam people than probably the next 5 guys combined. And it's very unfortunate that Twitter just don't give an F about this. They don't seem to care that literally people are losing hundreds of thousands, if not 7 figures worth of crypto over this bull run due to impersonators and people pretending to be me. Got word another crypto project got scammed by somebody pretending to be me that said they were going to do a review for him for $25,000 and they just lost it. It's gone. So, you know, this is just a big problem. We need to be verified on Twitter, and the fact that we're not is embarrassing. And I'm literally considering a lawsuit against Twitter because the amount of people in our community that are losing money because Twitter is dragging behind here when they got people that are a third of my size that don't have any impersonators that are not that are verified. We get somebody that writes for a news site and they can get verified in a week, but yet people are losing up to millions of dollars by impersonators and Twitter can't do it. So we're going to put a lot of pressure on Twitter here. So, and don't forget, later on this week, we will be putting more pressure on BB&T Bank. We are going to destroy Truist, their new brand. We are going to destroy it. So together, we will destroy the banks. All right, let's jump into the markets here, guys. Guys, market cap 1.82 trillion. Is that a record? Is that a record? Let's see what the record is here. That's pretty high. I think, let's see, 1.8 trillion, 1.804, 1.844 trillion. So we are approaching the record. We are $26 billion away from the all-time market cap record. I think we'll get there this week pretty easily. So let's come back over here and take a look at the markets. Bitcoin dominance, 59.4%. And Ethereum dominance falling 11.2%. So how you can kind of interpret these numbers here, even though Ethereum is having a great day today, is that what we're seeing is we're seeing investors taking money from Bitcoin and moving them down into other altcoins, not necessarily Ethereum. More proof that some people are giving up on Ethereum right now, which I do think is going to end up being a bad move. Volume's still not very high. There's not a lot of trading volume over the weekend. $115 billion. See that there, Eddie? I was at that game. Low point in my life. A lot of people think that my low point in my life might have been on Valentine's Day. But wasn't that bad. Not compared to that. Okay. All right, so let's look at the markets. $58,148. Just so you guys know, I currently am not in a Bitcoin trade right now. I am looking for a position. We'll look at the Bitcoin chart in a minute. We'll explain why I'm not in a trade, but looking to get in. Look at this. This has been here a while. Like I said, I didn't even really notice. You can buy directly on CoinMarketCap right now. Does that take you to Binance? Yep, takes you right to Binance. So pretty interesting. Okay, let's look at the biggest winners of the week. Also, is this a new tab?
I think so.
NFT tab?
Interesting.
Look at that. Eternity Chain. Look at that. 233. Wow, Eternity Chain, I bet it is about to tear it up. It's right behind Super Farm. I didn't know Red Fox Labs was a NFT project. Ecomi's fallen down quite a bit. It was like in the top 50 and now it's down to 205. I told you guys, like, look, guys, we love Ecomi, but guys, you just got to be careful about these gigantic pumps. You can't just be jumping into gigantic pumps. You got to wait for things to correct. That's why I really think Eternity Chain has a lot further to go. Like, it's 233 right now. It has a lot of move to the upside still to move. So this is new. I haven't seen this before. Sandbox making up. I heard Sandbox had some big stuff going around. Matthew Barker says BitBoy is the GOAT. Gains everywhere. Oh, he says Big Boy. Big Boy. Well, how big of a boy is he? Today's show brought to you by water. Look at my desk. I have no energy drinks today.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I just finished one up before we went on here. But that's beside the point. Okay. Sandbox crushing it, up 37% this week. We got a lot of big stuff coming on with Sandbox. Theta, the #1 NFT project. Interesting they consider, well, yeah, we're launching some NFTs on Theta. So interesting. Okay, so back over here. Biggest mover of the day, we have Holochain continuing to pump. One of my top coins under $1. H-Bar continuing to pump. Later on, we're going to talk about XRP and whether it's going to pump or not. And some people are saying it's about to have an H-Bar type breakout where it's going to go up, several hundreds of percents. OMG Network, layer 2 solution for Ethereum, doing pretty well. Zcash up 16%. Kusama. I never bought some Kusama over the weekend. I wanted to buy a bunch of Kusama, but it's kind of frustrating. Flow up 13%, another one of our top NFT picks. Harmony up 12%. OKB up 10%. And Clayton, TJ called it a scam. He called it a scam because he never heard of it before. Pumping 10%. If you guys don't know, Clayton is a new project on CoinMarketCap. It busted straight up to the top 15, which would have pushed Luna down. Theta's above it. Theta's still in the top 10. But what Clayton is it's the crypto project of Kakao, which is a giant Chinese messaging app. Sober Dude says he was almost scammed this morning. Caught on to it quick. I knew I'm too small of an investor to be messaged by the great BitBoy. Or just BitBoy, guys, like I said, I'm never going to send you a message ever. Like, I'm just not going to send you a message. So if you receive a message from anyone, number one, that says they're me, that's a lie. And number two, I would never ask you for money. We don't do investments for other people at all. There's a gigantic scam group, BitBoy Arbitrage. I try to talk about it a lot. It's a scam. Has nothing to do with us. People steal our logo. And once again, Telegram, negligent. YouTube, negligent. Twitter, negligent. It's amazing. It's amazing to me that these places have the power to take your entire platform in a second. And yet they themselves are responsible. Google specifically for having YouTube ads for scams costing people millions of dollars. And we'd love to sue them, but you're just going to get tied up in court forever and you're never going to get anywhere with it because they have too much money and they're too powerful. That's why we need blockchain to break up these stupid companies that are trying to destroy everything we work for. Someone says, Corey says, I speak for the people when I want to see a race. I think he means your car. What's your car called again?
GTR.
A GTR.
Because the SRT is the Hellcat.
Yeah, SRT is the Hellcat. That is correct. Yeah. So you said it's a GTR? Mm-hmm. Yeah, never heard of it, but you say it's fast. Was it? But I did send TJ a video over the weekend of a Hellcat beating a GTR. So now TJ's pushed the goalpost. Now he says, by the way, well, the Hellcat might be able to beat it in a straightaway, but now he wants to turn this into a race at the freaking Grand Prix or something. I don't know what he wants to turn this into.
I just said in a straight line.
Yeah, that's what we would be racing, a straight line. Where are we gonna? Do I look like a NASCAR?
A race
NASCAR
car driver? Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think I'm a NASCAR driver?
Basically,
you know when they got those weird road races?
Yeah. All I was saying is in a straight line you might have a chance, but if you have to turn it all, it's not even close.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm trying to beat you in a straight line, I think.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so next thing, let's move on here. Guys, we're going to look at the Bitcoin chart now. If you do want to sign up for Bybit and trade the Bitcoin chart, you guys can do that at bitboycrypto.com/deals. Also, join the contest, guys. Join the contest as a 7-day challenge. Bybit 7-day challenge. You can come here and sign up. Look, here's the great thing about it. You can win up to $400,000 depending on how many people sign up over the next couple of days. You just go to bitboycrypto.com and click Bybit, and it'll take you to this. But you could actually trade with $1,000, and you can actually win the contest. It's not based on how much money you make. It's based on your percentage gains. So if you've ever been thinking about trading, you want to come try your hand, this might be a good time to do it because there's prizes on the line. This is their 7-day challenge here. You guys can see the competition starts in 3.5 days. I'm signed up for it, so really looking forward to beating y'all. The last contest I didn't do very well, but the one before that I did finish number 10 out of, I think, 600 or 700. So pretty good. I was pretty impressed with my showing here. Let's move on to the Bitcoin chart, though, and take a look at this. So looking at the Bitcoin chart, this is the CME futures. And basically what this is the futures contracts, which we're going to be taking a massive look at tonight. I think a lot of you guys who've been wondering about futures contracts, we're going to explain it very simply so you understand it. But mainly we're going to be focusing on how the prices get pushed down at the end of the month. Because I'm telling you guys, there's some fascinating stuff going on out there about the Bitcoin price being pushed down at the end of the month. I've had a lot of great research on this. You ever heard of banging the close? Sounds like something you do when you're a teenager, but it's actually something these institutions do to screw you out of your monies. So what we're looking at here is the CME chart. These are futures. They close on the weekends. We talk about it a good bit. We now have a gap. So a gap is a place that occurs when the opening price on Monday of Bitcoin is higher than, or actually on Sunday evenings, the opening price for Bitcoin is higher than it was on Friday. That's what produces these gaps. Now, looking back in the history of these gaps, you will see we do have a gigantic gap here that happened at the end of December. That's in the $24,000 range. Every single gap we've had since then filled. Now, the gaps over the weekend, over the last 2 times we had them, they got filled immediately, like within 12 hours or less. And then, of course, the last time it happened, it just plummeted down. So kind of what I was looking for over the weekend was a pretty good opportunity to be able to get into a trade today. And price went way up overnight. Right now it's dipping a little bit. I mean, the Bitcoin price right now coming in at 57,720. Maybe a good time to take a look-see here. But this is on the futures chart, you guys can see we do have this gap here. So I have some really interesting conversations with Chris from Crypto that'll be out today at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time about the futures contracts. And there's really interesting stuff going on when you look at some of the EMA ribbons and you look at the end of the month, these futures prices are pushing the price of Bitcoin down below the EMA ribbons. And then at the beginning of the month, right after the close, they are pushing back up. So a lot of interesting stuff going on with these futures right now. It's why it's a great conversation to have today at 7 o'clock. But let's click on the chart, the Bybit chart for Bitcoin. Right now, this is on the daily chart. You guys do remember we did get this green dot on the momentum wave the other day. We did see the price of Bitcoin go up pretty considerably. Let's take a look at some of the other action here. For some of these other charts. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. Let's turn our market cipher on. Do you guys want a market cipher sale, by the way? CryptoFace is talking about doing an extra special market cipher sale today.
That'd be cool. One day or?
Well, it's going to be a short special, but it's going to be dramatic, he says. So who knows? Who's ever known CryptoFace to be dramatic? I don't know.
He's so conservative.
So conservative. Love that guy. It was fun hanging out with him in Vegas, I'll say that. He's an interesting character.
He's a good dude.
He is a good dude. We love CryptoFace for sure. Okay, so looking at the 4-hour chart right now, you guys can see, it's hard to see here actually, but there was a green dot on the momentum wave down here. And then, of course, we got the giant move right there. So I feel like now I've kind of missed that move, and I'm not wanting to get in. And I think you got to be patient on this stuff. You really got to be patient when it comes to these charts. So right now, let me move this up. Where is my up button here?
I just have to say, I love your arrow drawing.
My arrows are really impressive.
Yeah.
Maybe they're good.
Maybe you could do like a how-to tutorial on arrow drawing on TradingView sometime.
Yeah, so you click the brush, and then you make a streak, and then the important part is you do half the arrow there. Because that's one move.
Yeah.
To do the other half of the arrow, you then have to center right here and draw a line. But it never... That looks like a nice 3D kind of arrow. Wow, it's actually one of my best arrows right there. So really impressed with my own self right now, which shocks absolutely no one. Okay, so let's look at the hourly chart, see what we're looking at here. Because I'm trying to find what a good kind of entry point for Bitcoin would be right now, because I'm trying to be really patient here and wait for a good position, because I feel like Bitcoin is about to rip up a little bit further, but I don't want to jump in right now because I just don't feel like it's the proper time. If you look right here, if you see these blue lines right here, these blue dots are like the composite price of Bitcoin over a certain period of time. It's kind of like the median range, whereas down here you got the yellow lines are support. So I don't think it's going to drop all the way back down to 5,500. But if I'm looking for an entry right now, I'm looking for an entry probably somewhere around 57.1, 57.2. I mean, 57,000 if I could get it. This median range here is actually at 56.7. So that sounds a little bit low. I'm going to hate it if I miss another big firework move from Bitcoin. But most of the time, you move to the next thing. Most of the time when you are... waiting for a position, it usually will drop, pretty far, and then you'll be sad that you got in too early. So right now, I don't feel like the risk versus reward is in proper alignment for me to jump in at this moment. I was kind of trying to play the CME gap last night, and it did not fill. Will it fill? I don't know. As far as the CME chart goes, it feels like maybe Bitcoin's getting ready to rip, and like maybe it won't go back down to 54,000 where that gap is. We may end up with just one of those gaps that doesn't get filled right there, but a lot of people would say it will get filled, so we'll just have to see what happens.
What is it? 98% of those gaps that get filled?
98% of the gaps get filled, but here's the thing: we know 100% of the gaps to the upside eventually get filled, right? Okay. Because the price is always going to go up. Like, the price of Bitcoin is going to go up, I mean, at least for the next foreseeable, 5 or 10 years. We don't think this is the top by any stretch of the imagination. And we'll have a bear market and things like that, but eventually it will go back up. So when you're looking at gaps on the downside, it skews it a little bit. So that would actually mean maybe around 95% of the gaps on the downside get filled.
Right.
The volatility of Bitcoin is such that it goes up and it goes down. So most of the time they're just going to fill naturally. we've got 3 gaps right now, one at 24,000. I think there's one at like 19,000 or 17,000, somewhere around there. And then we still have the one at about 9,600 that exists. I don't think we'll ever fill that 9,600.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. So there are some that definitely don't get filled, but usually what we see is when these when we see rockets for Bitcoin, like when we see Bitcoin just blow past, have gigantic candles, a lot of times it'll never return to the lower parts of that candle if it's setting new all-time highs. And then, that those are areas that don't get filled. Like if we look back here at the CME chart, and we look at the last time that it got filled, you got to look at the daily chart to see it. If we look at the last one that didn't get filled, for instance, let me turn Market Cipher off here at the top. Turn that off. So when you look at this gap right here, what you'll see is over the next few days, it just freaking shot up. It went from 24,000 all the way to 42,000 in a week, right? So it means that these numbers down here that are lower, like it blew way past those, so it's just probably not going to drop down that far. We did kind of challenge it at the end of January, you see right there. We did kind of challenge it. We went down here all the way to 28. But, I think this gap right here is another one that never gets filled. Will this one get filled? I don't know. I think we're about to have a big run up in April. We do think that things are bullish, but something to look at. All right. Also, just a reminder, if you want to sign up for Bybit, you guys can do that, bitboycrypto.com/deals. Let's look at my trades over the weekend, because you guys know we started this 100K to $1 million challenge, and it was not going. You show this, and it was not showing that it was not going that great. Let me move this over here. There we go. And it wasn't going that great. I actually went all the way down. We got up to about 125K, and then we fell all the way back down to 40K. I was getting like a little nervous. I was sweating bullets. Friday, we ended up making some good trades. So let's take a look at these trades here. We'll go to our closed P&L. So far on this account, we are up $41,500 approximately. You guys can see, judging by the 30 days here, we plummeted down here, had some big losses, but now we're back on the way up. Didn't have any trades yesterday. Had a big trade on Saturday. So, last week we did have this massive loss here we took when we were trying to catch the falling knife, as they call it. We lost about a Bitcoin and a third, which was no good, but look, ever since then, look at this. These are some good trades right here. 0.34, 0.1, 0.22, 0.07, 0.48, 0.339. These were good entries. We got in the 54,000s, got out almost around 56,000. Last week we got in around 52. We got out at 53. We're back to using irresponsible leverage. I just can't do the low leverage thing. It's just so freaking boring to me. So I'm going for more of the quick pops with the high leverage. Right now we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successful trades in a row. Let's see, in the history of the account here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're 5 out of 15. We're 10 out of 15 right now for positive trades. It just so happened that the 3 that wrecked us were really bad. So that's kind of where we're at for the price right now. And I'm looking for an entry. Like I said, I'm kind of looking at the chart, trying to find something that looks sexy. I'll be honest with you, right now at 57.7, like I am tempted to put in a position, and we'll be looking at the Ethereum chart here in a little bit. I am tempted right now to put in a position because it does kind of look like, if we were to go back when we challenged 58 and fell back down, this right here looks pretty similar to that right there. So, I don't know. Something to keep in mind. Let me know what your entries are. If you guys got some entry points you are looking at. So, all right, let's move on. Let's check out 3 reasons. So, 3 reasons that the Bitcoin price has gone up. Number 1, we have the futures contracts expiring, which is probably the biggest reason. Number 2, what was number 2, TJ?
Number 2,
the Visa?
April. April's traditionally.
Well, that's number 3.
Oh, Visa, was number 2. Yeah.
So number 2 was Visa. Visa announcing that they're going to be able to settle contracts in cryptocurrency. Well, not settle contracts, settle payments. You're going to actually, which we'll look a little more in depth in this story in a minute. And then, of course, April. The month of April, traditionally the very, very, very best month for Bitcoin, followed by May, which is the second best month for Bitcoin ever. So we got three things that are kind of all lining up here. Now, April obviously is a few days away, but from the way I look at it is when the Bitcoin futures contracts expire, that's the end of the month. That's the way that I look at it. And just so you guys know kind of what we're looking at here, this is our report with Exablock. You can get access to this on our deals page. Where is it? Right here. You get 10% off with the code BitBoy if you want this daily report delivered to your mailbox. But here's some interesting stuff to look at. Okay, this is the open interest. Which open interest, to understand what that is, that basically means the amount of active futures contracts that are out there. So that they haven't been settled, they haven't expired. And so, when you look at this chart here, it looks pretty bad, okay? Because you say, wow, April 2nd, the first Friday of the month, look how many futures contracts. Then you look at April 9th, not as bad. You look at April 16th, not as bad. Then you look at April 30th, and you're like, oh my gosh, that's so much. $2 billion worth of futures contracts. Do you know how many expired on Friday?
How many?
$6 billion worth.
Yeah.
The reason is because that was the end of the quarter. Every month, these futures contracts get rolled into one another that don't get settled. And so you end up with these quarters that are massive. I predict that the June 25th expiration will have $10 billion worth of contracts in there.
Yeah.
I think. Because we just set I don't know if it was a record or not, but it's pretty close to a record for the futures contract. So it throws this chart off when you're looking at, it goes all the way to the top of the chart, but this is only $2 billion. This is not $6 billion like what we just went through.
Right.
So we do know these futures contracts are really bad. So let's take a look at some of the data that's very interesting right here. The Pi cycle top indicator. We've been watching this very closely to see for this death cross when this 111-day moving average and 350-day moving average cross is generally the end of the market. Now, what you have to think about is the 350-day moving average, which is the green one. It is not going to move as quickly as the 111-day moving average is going to move, right? Obviously, because it's 350 days, more time, it takes more to move it. But right now, we are actually, even with Bitcoin going up over the weekend back to 58,000, we're actually the closest we've ever been to crossing. So pretty concerning. Every time this crosses within 3 days, it is the top of the market. So right now it's at 40,773 versus 40,090. So we're only $700 apart right now. It's been about 1,000. It got within, $1,000, $1,200, $1,300, and now we are back around 700.
What would need to happen to get that gap bigger?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that because if the 111-day moving average is a shorter amount of time, then if Bitcoin goes up dramatically,
then it'll cross.
Wouldn't that drag it up?
Yeah, I would think so.
So what are we waiting for here?
Yeah.
We need Bitcoin to go down so it doesn't cross?
I don't know.
I don't think this is a good indicator.
Well, let's kind of back to the point you were making the other day. This is one indicator, but then if you look at Glassnode, there's another 5 top indicators that all look very healthy, compared to that one.
So looking here on Glassnode at the Nupal chart, you guys know we've looked at this Nupal chart a good bit. We are not in a danger zone with this Nupal chart at all. And just think, we're almost backed up to all-time highs. We're only 4% away from all-time highs again, maybe 5%. And right now, the price of Bitcoin, or for the Nupal chart, it's looking great. Wait, this is February. Why is this always on the wrong time? It's always on the wrong time. Still, we're doing fine here. As you guys can see, we're not in a danger zone at all. We're kind of in a cycle where we're touching off the line of the Nupal and coming back down. If you look at the all-time for the Nupal, obviously when it gets in the blue, that is a market top here. You guys can see the blue at the top. We are hovering around the top, but we are nowhere near it. Right now, we're actually on a downward slope. That's very positive, meaning we're not at the top of the market. Here we're on the stock to flow deflection. Basically, whenever this price gets in the red, it's not the top of the market, but it means that the price is going to probably correct. This is more of a short-term indicator. Right now in this, absolutely no danger. We just go to the studio and we look at all the top, top bottom indicators. We have nothing here to indicate that we are, anywhere near the top. The Puel multiple, this is another one that we've looked at before. We haven't got close to the danger zone. So guys, I think it's time to start. We're going to continue to watch that cycle top, or the pi cycle top indicator, because it's interesting, because every time it's ever crossed before. But I don't think we're in danger. And somebody made a great point. They said that the market crash from last year, because of the pandemic, it really threw everything off. So that happened on March 12th. So today is what, March 19th?
No.
So that
29th.
should be falling off pretty soon. So
today's the 29th.
Let's see. It says the pi cycle indicator has been created after the 2017 top. This is first time we're testing it in real time. It doesn't have that much value. Okay, interesting. Okay, good point there. What was the other super chat that was above that? Hey, Ben, love the channel. Would love to hear some contrasting viewpoints, debate, discussion with a BTC maxi pad. Well, I mean, me and TJ talk every day. So.
And we actually are looking at doing another style show that will incorporate some other viewpoints all in real time. So we're working on it.
It'll be coming. It'll be coming, guys. So, okay, let's talk about Visa, because this is pretty interesting stuff. I didn't understand when I was reading these titles what this was about at first until I started looking into it. Exclusive. Visa moves to allow payment settlements using cryptocurrency. Visa said on Monday it will allow the use of the crypto USD coin to settle transactions on its payment network, the latest sign of growing acceptance of digital currencies by the mainstream financial industry. Visa has launched the pilot program with payment and crypto platform Crypto.com. So shout out to Crypto.com. We'll be looking at them here in just a minute. And plans to offer the option to more partners later this year. Visa's move comes as major finance firms, including BNY Mellon, BlackRock, and MasterCard, have embraced some digital coins, sparking predictions. We do know you can buy Tesla with Bitcoin. We've already figured that out. So it says, has anyone heard of Pi Network? Yes, I'm very familiar with Pi Network. I'm a Pi Network whale, but I'm trying to figure out if it will ever be worth anything. I've actually even stopped using it. Like, you mine on your computer with, or on your mobile phone with it. Just takes 2 seconds. Got like 500,000 Pi tokens, but I don't think they're ever going to be worth anything. I don't know what the Ponzi is with that thing, where these people from Stanford, these professors from Stanford created it. And, it just ain't doing nothing. What's the point of running this if you're not going to try getting on exchanges and make it profitable or make it tradable? Because if you don't do that, then it's never going to have value, right? If it's always stuck on your phone, you can't do anything with it. Anyways, it is what it is. Okay, so here's one of the crazy things about this, though. They now settle this payment in USD stablecoin on Ethereum blockchain. It's almost like these are the things I've been telling you for a long time. Ignore what people tell you about Ethereum. Ignore what people are saying in terms of gas fees are too high. Do you think Visa? Do you think Visa cares about gas fees?
No.
His whole article doesn't talk about gas fees. The big money don't give a flip about how much you as a smaller trader are paying in a gas fee. They just do not care. Visa announced Monday it now settles payments in the USD stablecoin on the Ethereum blockchain. For its new USD settlement capability, Visa is initially working with Crypto.com. We already talked about this. Let's see. Previously, Visa's standard settlement process required Crypto.com to settle in a fiat currency, which added cost and complexity to the firm. Now, Crypto.com won't have to go through conversations and settle with Visa directly in USDC. Watch out for Crypto.com. I mean, guys, what other company have you seen Visa having these conversations with?
Good point.
When you look at Crypto.com, right now it's making another big charge up here, or it was. Coming in at number 21, up 9% today. followed by number 2 Solana, or 22 Solana, 23 Kusama. These are 3 projects in a row right here to watch out for.
Yep.
I meant to buy like $500,000 Kusama this weekend, and I didn't do it. Kusama is one I always just forget to buy. So something I forget to buy. Well, we got a lot of stuff going on. We're making a payment on a big building and things like that. Really excited. Can't wait to talk about that more in the future. If you want to see the new building for the new studio, 30,000 square feet, make sure you guys head on over to the HIT Network page where you guys see the daily HIT video. These are doing pretty well. Look at all these views. So we got 47K views over here.
That's the one with the building.
That's the one with the building. New main office. If you want to see our new main office, if you want to see me and TJ break into it, if you want to see a big boy fit through a tiny space, you guys are going to want to go check that one out. So pretty fun stuff. But anyways, guys, taking a look at Crypto.com here, don't forget that you can get the Crypto.com debit card, Visa debit card. I've got this jade green one right here. I really like it. I use it all the time. We're really excited to be a partner with Crypto.com. If you guys are interested, you can actually go to bitboycrypto.com/deals. Head down to the Crypto.com part, which is right here. You get $25 for free when you use, well, you have to use the code BitBoy. So we need to put that in there, actually. Is Mr. L running back there?
No, but I got it.
Yeah, we have to put that in there. You got to use the code BitBoy. You got to use the code BitBoy to get the $25 for free. So that is not on there. So that's no good there. But anyways, you guys can do that by going there, sign up. You get all kinds of bonuses. Everybody says like we should be like socialists and give everything for free. Well, if you got the Crypto.com card, you get Netflix for free. So how about that? There you go for all the hippies out there. So anyways, Crypto.com is a card I like. And with as many problems as we've been having with the banks lately, as a lot of you guys know, I hate these people. As many problems we've been having with the banks, Crypto.com is a card that I know I'm going to be able to use and not have problems with, even if we're having problems with the banks. So definitely a pretty good thing to use. Let's talk about some more nerdy stuff. You guys want to talk nerdy stuff? Let's talk mining. Hut 8 sounds like a... Is that like Omaha in football?
I was going to say, it sounds like an audible.
It does, right? It's an audible right here. Hut 8, Omaha, hut. It's funny that Omaha is like the one that everybody knows because Peyton Manning was so loud that year. NVIDIA, Hut 8 has purchased $30 million of NVIDIA's new crypto mining specific graphics processing units to help the company expand into mining for other cryptocurrencies beside Bitcoin. The new CMPs will add roughly 1,600 gigahertz.
Gigahash.
Ah, dang. I was so impressed for knowing that, and I was wrong. Gigahash.
And it's NVIDIA, not NVIDIA.
It's not what?
It's NVIDIA. That's just how you say it. Nobody says NVIDIA, just so you know.
Yeah. If you know that, you're a dork. Period. If you know the proper way to pronounce this is NVIDIA and not NVIDIA, you are a dork. I am sorry to everyone that knows this, because that means you are one of these mining nerds. So, or maybe you're a video game nerd. Yeah. I mean, that's cool too. The nerds are the new cool kids.
Whoa, look at that. Look at that ad down there.
Consensus announcing.
Wow.
We're coming for you, Gary. We're coming for you.
He's going to realize he's at the wrong conference.
He is going to realize he's at the wrong conference. You want to talk about some snooty McSnooties. And it's, I guess because it's in New York. I mean, can they move it somewhere? How stupid to have Consensus a virtual conference this year.
Yeah.
I guess Gary V's in New York, isn't he?
Yeah, that's probably why. That makes sense.
Yeah. Because the Zoom rates are cheaper or something?
Oh, look, everybody says.
What are they saying?
Everybody knows that about the NVIDIA.
I'm sorry, I'm not a nerd, guys. If I mispronounce something, you know it's because of something nerdy. And if you know it, then, it is what it is. Yeah, I certainly would have never known that. Shares of the Toronto-based company, and it's Canadian?
Yeah.
No wonder they pronounce it weird. I guess somebody called the Mountie on me. I don't know, I'm over here trading freaking maple syrup futures. Shares of the Toronto-based company have gained 130% year-to-date to just above $7. Bitcoin's climbed 77% over the same period. So one thing that why did this just restart?
No, I forgot to move it.
I will never be able to spend 5 minutes talking about mining. I will neck.
I know.
I will neck. Or is it NEC? I will NEC instead of NEC, I guess. Shares of Toronto-based company gained 130%. So part of the thing is that when it comes to what we're doing on Fridays with our Friday is Stonks Day, we are trying to find crypto stocks that could be beneficial to jump into, still support cryptocurrency, but we are wanting to hedge a little bit over to the stock market. But let me tell you, when we had Justin on Friday, Justin O from Couple Cents show on YouTube.
Great guy.
He's a great dude. We love Justin. He knows so much about the stock market. And he was like, he was telling us to get in Peloton. And so I did. I'm in Peloton now. And he was saying that, this is a $200 stock. Price is $100 right now. In 5 years, it might be $200. 100% gain in 5 years? I can't with that. What am I supposed to do? Like, it's so hard. I feel like I'm going back, 25 years to try to make like a small, tiny 100. Imagine if you had to wait 500 years for a 100% gain.
Yeah, once you're in crypto, it's hard to go back and look at other numbers and get excited.
Yeah.
Because there's really nothing that is exciting compared to crypto once you look at those numbers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think the way you got to look at it is you have, because we are moving to a stock portfolio as well. So it is kind of like, meh, it's kind of lame. Like on one hand, when you look at the tiny little baby gains. But then on the other hand, it's like, okay, well, if you're pulling money out of crypto to hedge it, because the crypto going to keep going up, we're going to make a lot of money in crypto, but at least we're going to cash some out and move some to the side so we can, have some more assets than just crypto. In case, who knows? I mean, I don't know. Maybe Bitcoin breaks. I don't know what's going to happen. But I mean, the fact is that, you got to look at it like that's just almost the way you look at money you put on BlockFi or something. Like money you just got sitting out there that's going to make money on top of itself. We do want to be more educated on the stock market because, guys, right now talking about stocks is not sexy because we're in a bull market. But when we get to the bear market in crypto, which we will have a bear market, I mean, I don't think there's any question about that, then talking about the stocks might be a little bit sexier. So we'll try to pick stocks that we know how to pronounce next time.
Yeah. Speaking of people who love stocks, though, we can go ahead and jump into the boomers since I did late start that GPU
Yeah, you did
clock.
late start it. That's right. Yeah. Guys, times are changing. Times are changing in crypto. Did want to, right before we get to the boomers in crypto, Saudi Arabia to become leader in crypto industry in the next 10 years. I thought this was a pretty interesting article because we're talking about more opportunity for different, for different ways for money to come into crypto in the future. Saudi Arabia is one. It's suitable for projects that are looking for a place where they can develop and implement their ideas, and for ordinary representatives of the crypto community who want to conduct their activity openly and transparently. Now we can see a strong desire on the part of the Arab countries to quickly adopt all the necessary laws that will attract international startups, talented programmers, and developers. Here's some stats from Saudi Arabia. They have 20% of the world's oil reserves. Country is one of the top 20 economies in the world. I don't even know anything about crude oil production, so I don't know what the heck that means. BBL? I don't know. I don't know what that stands for. The international Forex reserves, 453 billion. Gold reserves, 323 tons. GDP is 793 billion. A lot of money that they can move over to crypto if they want. Now, this is a pretty interesting take here. Will Bitcoin become an alternative to oil? As can be understood from the above, a country with a huge amount of resources in its reserves will gradually have to move away from oil production and export, because this is an interesting conversation right here, which will lead to the need to choose new toils for generating income. Since the future is in technology, the country will have to pay attention to the digital gold of Bitcoin. How much longer are we going to have oil?
Yeah, it's legitimate. I mean, we'll have it for a while, but how much will it be used the way it's being used right now, and for how long? That's a big question. I mean,
let's forward 10 years from now. I think we are going to see dramatic changes. So I was having this conversation yesterday with some friends at church. And we were talking about our kids getting cell phones. I said, my kids can have cell phones when their kids have cell phones. And they're very conservative. Their kids are not getting cell phones anytime soon, Talk about what's proper age. Look, I can tell you, I work on the internet. I live on the internet. I know how dangerous the internet is to kids. I would know if it's your parenting style, anyone out there. But my kids are not having cell phones until they're 16, maybe 15 minimum. Because there's just too much stuff out there that jacks up kids. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's out there. It exists. Average age kids are looking at pornography is 9 years old.
Wow.
9 years old. And I can tell you, after working with at-risk kids in the drug rehab for years and years and years, this is one thing that messes up kids traumatically for a long time to come, is when they're looking at that stuff when they're 9 and their brains can't even process what they're looking at. And so my kids will not be touching that stuff. But anyway, the whole point here is they were saying, well, we obviously want to check out, some other kinds of cell phones, like maybe when they're 16 they start driving and stuff like that. And we were adding up. That's like, for my kid, that's like another 7 years or whatever. And I said, will kids even be driving in 7 years?
Yeah, good point.
And they're like, oh yeah, definitely. Oh, you're the automation going to take over. Yeah, I do. I mean, 7 years. And we're already seeing this argument from Kathy Wood from ARK Invest. She already said, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. She said, I'm pretty sure it was her. Maybe it wasn't her. I think it was. Because she was talking about Tesla. She said, what's going to happen is we're going to realize that car accidents are 100% human error. And that, I think they're 100%. I mean, it could be, I guess, if your brakes go out or something, so maybe not 100%, but almost 100% human error accident that caused deaths, gigantic amount of deaths across the country. Recently, actually, drug overdoses past car accidents is the number one accidental cause of death in the United States. And I think we're going to see this number go down more and more and more. Not drug overdoses; those are going to go up. But obviously, as we see, a push towards automated driving. I think 7 years. I think people are going to have the option not to drive.
Yeah, I agree. And you already see the numbers dropping dramatically in the average age kids get their license.
Yep,
it's already way older than it used to be, and people are very happy to not rush out and get a license at 16 years old and wait and take Ubers and ride share and do all the different things. So as automated driving becomes more common, and you're going to have automated Ubers and all these different things, I would agree. 7 to 10 years, there'll be a lot less kids driving.
Yeah, and so when you look at that, and you look at, a lot of, these automated vehicles are electric, right? Are there going to be automated gas-powered vehicles?
There might be, but
maybe. Yeah, I don't know. But the point is, in 10 years, the oil market may be dead. Maybe virtually dead. They're going to try to hold on to it for as long as they can hold on to it. But we all see where the world is going. I mean, in 25 years, people will not be using gas-powered cars.
It'll be massively regressing at best.
Yeah. So that was like a side conversation. We actually didn't even get to what I want to talk about here. Because I started thinking wow, it's digital oil also. It's digital gold and digital oil. Well, what do they call gold, oil? Black gold? Mm-hmm. So I guess Bitcoin is,
orange gold.
Yeah, take that over. So pretty interesting. Boomers next to adopt a crypto. $1 trillion could flow into Bitcoin over the next year directly from the Facebook, says Mike Novogratz. Galaxy Digital CEOs predicted that as much as $1 trillion flow into Bitcoin over the next year. So we've already looked at Saudi Arabia. Trillions from there could be flowing into crypto. He says it could be as much as $1 trillion comes over the next year from that giant group of wealth. Because who's got money in the country?
All the boomers.
All the boomers. And what is technically a boomer? 50 and up?
I have no idea.
I don't know. I think technically I'm a millennial, which is embarrassing for me.
Yeah, millennial is a pretty big age range.
Yeah.
But you're probably Generation X, actually. You're probably...
No, well, you know what? Here's the thing. We have these ideas that there are these, really, that there's some kind of organizing, governing body that decides what the generations are.
No, they're just all made up, yeah.
It's just, if you look at different age ranges, they range,
right.
So technically, most places would consider me to be a millennial, born 1980 and on. But I'm kind of in a cusp, kind of, between Generation X and millennial. So I would rather probably claim Generation X. Probably.
You have the mentality of a Gen Xer for sure.
Oh,
I would say you're
make
much
me sound
more.
Old?
Huh?
Does that make me sound old?
No.
Oh, thanks. Somebody says get an order in. Oh, let's get it. All right, guys, let's put an order in. Thank you for that super chat telling me to put an order in. I'm gonna go ahead and throw one in at 57.4. We'll see what happens. I'll see 57,400. Yeah, don't show me actually executed on the trade, but We'll see what happens here. We'll put a stop loss like a 25%. No, I don't want that. Put like a 15% stop loss, 56.9. I'm gonna put 25% stop loss in. So we'll see what happens. Oh, it looks like we'll get it filled right almost immediately here. Boom. Okay, so we're gonna run it. I think it'll bounce down there and get back up. I hope we get it filled. So thank you for that super chat. Telling me the price was dropping. I really appreciate that. But anyways, the point here is that, you know, a lot of this conversation about like income inequality, like it just has to do with the boomers have all the money right now. And I've read some very interesting stuff on how millennials are like the absolute most abused generation in history, because they had 9/11 that occurred basically, you know, when you're starting college in high school or moving into high school. You had 9/11, which wrecked everything. You go through this giant war over, you know, whatever it was over. And then, of course, you move into the financial crisis in 2008. So when these people are graduating and supposed to be out there going and getting jobs, all of a sudden that gets taken from them because you are getting people that were more experienced moving out of those positions, and they were looking to move people into those positions for very cheap prices. So basically what you saw after the 2008 financial crisis is the average salary for even some high-level positions actually dropped. So you had basically these people that had spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on college, right? Big scam. And then they move into getting a job, and they're replacing someone that has a lot more experience than them. So they're not able to do as good of a job. And so they're probably not going to be able to hit their price targets to be able to get bonuses or commissions or whatever. And then on top of that, you know, they're demanding a lot from you. And then your average salary is dropped. And, you know, then now we're going, you know, they're just getting in the throes of their careers and having families. And now you got the pandemic. And so just very rough. So the boomers have a lot of the money at this point, and they're the ones who are able to take advantage of the 2008 financial crisis and come in and, you know, while some of them lost their jobs, a lot of them already had money, so they could come in and get stocks at low prices and things like that. So something interesting to think when these boomers really come into crypto. Don't we have Mr. Tim going to be doing a show called Bitcoin for Boomers?
Potentially.
I want to call him TJ's dad, but I'm not allowed to do that. But he, we maybe we'll be doing a Bitcoin for Boomers show down the road. That'll be pretty fun. He is a boomer, I believe.
Yeah.
Nice guy. Nicest boomer you ever met. So let's talk about this, guys. NFTs on SNL. This is pretty crazy. I got a lot of NFT stuff to talk about with you guys right here. I got a really cool project that we just invested in, and I can tell you, I get brought a lot of like different things to invest in that are kind of outside of just going on exchange and buying them. And when I saw the one I'm going to be talking about today here in just a minute, I said, I want that. Because it reminded me of something that was a big hit. Like, I guess it was early in the 2000s maybe, or early in the internet age. I don't know what year it was. It reminded me of it. And I think it's a good opportunity. So, but guys, still not sure what NFTs are. SNL explains the Eminem parody. Basically, they had Pete Davidson playing Eminem, and I guess was it the Guess Who's Back song? Guess Who's Back? What was that song? What was that Eminem song?
I only know the beginning. I don't know the title.
Yeah, I don't either. Can't think of it right now.
Round the outside.
Yeah.
Two trailer park girls.
Round me outside. Round me outside.
I don't know
Round
the
me
name of the
outside.
song though.
Yeah, Shady's Back, I think was the name of it, wasn't it? Or the real? I can't remember. The point is it was hilarious. They did the whole thing. Janet Notel and Yellen was in there. Mm-hmm. Jack Harlow makes an appearance at the end. And you know what I'm thinking while Jack Harlow's rapping? I like Jack Harlow pretty good.
Yeah, I like him too.
Yeah, I like him. Like Tyler Hero's a pretty good song. Also a good basketball player. But I actually saw not Tyler Hero. I saw Jack Harlow in Florida. He was in like this little celeb thing while I was down at the Super Bowl, which was pretty cool. Seems like an interesting fella. He's got some pretty good. He's pretty good. Saw him freestyling. He's pretty good. And anyway, so he comes in at the end. And what I kept thinking when I was watching it was, does he have any clue what he's saying? Does he have any clue what he's talking about? And some people are saying this is a top sign. Well, somebody said their wife enjoys the show, and you enjoy the show. Thank you, Nicole. Appreciate that. What were you going to say, teacher?
I was going to say, if anybody who was doing those raps, he probably understands it better than any of the rest of them.
You know, why? Because he's just younger?
Yeah, he's just he's in music, he's in that culture. I just have a feeling if anybody's going to know, it's definitely not going to be the actors from SNL. It's more likely to be, an actual musician.
Well, he is different. He's a different kind of guy. I will tell you, when they were at the celeb football, flag football event, he was the only one wearing pants. Everybody else was wearing shorts. He had on pants. He likes to do his own thing.
Was he playing?
Yeah.
Flag football?
Yeah.
In long pants?
Yes. In the sand.
Interesting.
Yeah. It wasn't that. I mean, it was in February, so it was right outside our hotel, which was pretty cool. But anyways, the point is, this is like a top signal, right? Like, we got top signal. Some people are saying, but I don't think so. I'm telling you guys, everybody keeps saying that the NFTs are in a bubble, and the individual price of the cards may be in a bubble to some extent. They may be. The art may be in a bubble. But I do not believe that these projects or NFTs in general are in a bubble. I think we're going to continue to see. I think that this is going to be the thing that's going to carry us through this entire bull run. So we got some interesting stuff. We do have this, which was pretty interesting. WorldStar. You guys may know WorldStar for their fight videos and fun stuff. They now have their own NFT. WorldStar Hip Hop is jumping in an NFT game with its iconic chain, and it can be yours digitally. Speaking of course, why have two chains when you could have NFT chains by WorldStar? They're auctioning off their non-fungible token chain on OpenSea. When the auction opened on Thursday, the bids got as high as $200,000 in diamond chains. When are they going to do an NFT grill? Are grills still popular? Where's Paul Wall when you need him? He's the people's champ. Paul Wall, the BitBoy Crypto rapping. Where is Paul Wall at? I miss Paul Wall. I was actually listening to some old stuff the other day. The Ether valuation fluctuates. Oh, by the way, you know something I noticed on the SNL skit? I noticed on the SNL skit that they were putting the prices on the NFTs in dollars. They were not in ETH prices, which I thought was pretty interesting. I guess because they just assumed nobody would know what that meant.
Yeah.
I think they were pricing them around $420. I don't know what the significance of that was.
Oh, really? I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. The iconic chain was created by celeb jeweler Ben Baller. Let's get it. And another celeb jeweler that goes by Television. Television? That's a freaking fly name right there. The chain itself radiates light, which was once described by his late founder Lee Q. O'Dnat as CNN of the ghetto. I love that. Check out the digital piece. Let's see. Do they have the link to it? Let's see. Do they have the link? OpenSea WorldStar. Just meant to. What? Were you trying to show me something? Something about the future of music there? Thank you for the super chat, Urban Nerd Beats. Corners of the internet say a certain Doge and GME are set for April Fool's Day. Okay, so Zach Campbell says get in on that stonks pump. Let's see. Here it is. I think this is it right here. Is this the channel? Let's see what the price is going for right now. Yeah, look at that. 101 ETH.
No way.
Should we buy it?
No.
You don't think I should put? You don't think that people want to see me wearing this? If you want to see me wear the NFT chain, drop something in the chat. I don't know what. This is WorldStar. Put a star. Drop a star emoji if you want me to buy this here. 180K. Jeez. Now it didn't say around $200,000, so I guess the price of Ethereum dropped. But this is the top offer here. 17 days it goes out. Wow. This guy, it looks like he was bidding himself up there, don't it?
Sure does.
Trying to drive that price up there. So pretty interesting what's going on there. Now, this is the project I'm interested in. DJ says, why is it that when conversations about strong altcoins comes up, YouTubers go on and on about ADA and DOT, but Solana barely gets a passing mention when it's technically superior? Guys, because technically superior means nothing. I hate to tell you. Like, if you haven't figured that out about crypto yet, if you haven't figured out about this specific bull run, along with the previous bull run, it's all speculation. It's not tech driven. So when we're looking at 4 years from now, when we have, they love it. They love in chains. They love in chains. Ha! BitBoy chains. Let's go. But basically, the long and the short of it is, I think 4 years from now, we could be looking at a time where that matters. But guys, nobody's using Solana. Hardly anybody's using Ethereum. Almost nobody's using Cardano. Almost Nobody uses Polkadot except a bunch of new IDOs, which we will do a video on this week, okay? Do me a favor. This is what I want you to do. I want you to go to your professor at your college and ask him if he knows what Solana is. Go ask your grandpa or your mom what Solana is. Nobody knows. We love Solana. Don't get me wrong. I love Solana. It is technically superior in a lot of ways to some of these projects. People are interested in money right now. They're interested in the speculation. And so the more name brand a project has, the better it's going to do. That's why Ethereum crushes everybody right now. That's why Cardano and Polkadot are starting to pick their head up. 4 years from now, we could be looking at the type of market where it will actually be based upon the use and the technicals and how well the network is working. Virtually nobody is using cryptocurrency right now. So because of that, technicals don't matter, or the technicals from the chart do, but not the technicals from the project. Okay, so these are a new type. I teased this a little bit on Twitter the other day. If you go to my Twitter account and you scroll down, I teased this one. They have the NFT block. If you think NFTs are great, you're going to love NFTs. This is their Genesis project. So basically the long and short of it was I got approached with this and, we shut down like almost everything. We do a lot of private sales, but we shut down a lot of stuff. I've got some people that come to me with private sales. I know they're going to be good. And so they have good backers and stuff like that. This one, I know nobody else is in this one. I heard this project and I said, wow, this sounds extremely interested. So we are getting invested in this one. This is called non-fungible fillable tokens, NFTs. Claim you're part of the Blockverse. This is one that's on nobody else's radar. I don't think you'll see on this on anybody else's channel but mine right now. Over 71% of all blocks have been sold. Only 687 blocks until the next tier. Now, this is kind of like what I always forget the name of it. What was the thing, TJ? The pixel ad thing?
Gosh.
Let me look it up real quick.
The phrase, it was like pixel art or
what was it called? No, this is all about Facebook Pixel. So does somebody know what it was called? It was basically where you had a website where the guy made $1 million. He had 1 million pixels. Maybe if I look it up by that. 1 million pixel website. There it is. Here it is. The $1 million homepage. Okay. Yeah. It was a website conceived in 2005 by Alex Tu, student from England, to raise money for his university education. Wow, he was using a cool idea to pay for a scam. The homepage consisted of 1 million pixels arranged in a 1,000 by 1,000 pixel grid. The image-based links on it were sold for $1 per pixel in 10 by 10 blocks. He sold the whole thing. He made $1,037,000, okay, doing this. When I first heard about this and I saw NFT and I saw fillable and I said, that sounds very interesting. That sounds like something like this. And we actually have talked about this idea in the past, not just on blockchain, but kind of like doing something similar for crypto. But this is the beginning of the Blockverse, the NFT. They're the literal building block of the entire verse. There's 9,112 of them, so extremely rare. Arranged in a certain fashion, they're fillable and changeable with a level of customization, upgrade, and marketability left up to the community and core team post-launch. Built into ERC 721s, they are liquid instantly, such that the collection and alignment of blocks can be properly ordered in a conducive manner. The long and the short of it is, this is one that's got my attention. I think it is definitely, we're going to start seeing a lot of very interesting use cases for these NFTs. And I think by branding itself in FFT, it's going to really stand out. And I don't know, will we see other kinds of NFTs that incorporate like another, kind of letter into it? Maybe a NFAT. I don't know what that A would stand for. But yeah, so pretty interesting. One we're looking at, one we're investing in. We'll be talking about this one more down the future, or in the road. Down the road in the future is what I'm trying to say. So pretty interesting stuff. Let's check out the Ethereum chart at this point. So coming here, looking at Ethereum. And whatever happened to our trade, by the way? Did I get filled? Let's see if I got filled here. Where is my trade? Where did it go? Where did it go? We did not get it filled?
I don't think so.
What happened? Where'd it go? Where did my trade go? That was interesting because I put it in there, 57,400. Oh, it just dropped. Okay, so that's pretty good. I guess I didn't get it in. I guess that's good because it dropped. Now I get a better entry. How about that? Let's do 350. Or I just set it back at 4. Looks like it's about to pop up. It'll be fine. Why is it? That's weird. Why is it not working? I wonder. It said it's filled, but it's not showing up, so I don't know what's going on there. Anyways, I guess I'll have to get this straightened out after the stream. I don't know what's popping there. But, all right, so back to the Ethereum chart. Let's see what's going on with Ethereum here. We have basically, according to the daily chart, we did get the green dot for Ethereum. Now, guys, once again, this Ethereum news that we got about Visa settling on the USDC Ethereum blockchain, that's big news, guys. That should be signaling to you all of this FUD coming out about Ethereum. And this is what I talked about yesterday. It's all just FUD. These people want you to sell. I believe there's no way by the end of this month that we are not on the way back up. But if we are still below $2,000 by the end of this month, and we have the price of Bitcoin making a new all-time high, I mean, it will be time to start really considering like whether the institutional pull on Ethereum is just too strong at this point, and whether or not you're going to do better. Like, because here's a conundrum. You don't want to get to a place where we're just for the sake of, standing together. Like, we're just doing it for the purpose of doing it, saying, we won't sell. If there are other opportunities to be making money in crypto that you're going to miss because you get stuck holding Ethereum and the institutional money is just pressing it down, then you're better off just selling it to them and letting them run with it while you make gains on Cardano or Polkadot or something like that. But I think that during this month, we are going to get the price of Ethereum heading back up. It can't stay down forever. I am so upset that order did not fill. I'll be crushing it right now. I do not know what happened there. I'm so mad about that. It said that it didn't even show up in my order book. Wow, that is really upsetting to me. I do not know. Wait, did it fill and pop? No. Yes. Oh, it did. I think it closed. Oh, I think I saw what happened. Did that happen just now? Is that today? No, I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on with that trade. I have no idea. I'm pretty upset I didn't get filled about that. So, sorry, I did not mean to rant on that for so long, but that's what happens when you have a live show and you have things not cooperating. So, okay, so looking at this, let's check out the 2-hour chart here for Ethereum. Right now, we're coming in at 1786. We had a big move up. Let me get rid of that there. Don't know why that is there. But the chart's looking pretty bullish for Ethereum right now. If you look here on the 2-hour chart, I mean, there's a pretty good line here from 1873 down. And you guys can see we have clearly broken out. And it was a big breakout. I doubt that we return back down below this line anytime soon. So it looks like 1700 here. Pretty good support for Ethereum at this point going forward. Let's see does that line even go back even further, I wonder. Oops, nope, that's not what I want to do. Yeah, I mean, look at that. I mean, pretty dead on there, as you guys can see. So, I hate this thing. I hate this thing sometimes. I really do. That's not exactly a straight line, but it's whatever.
That's such a jank line. It's so funny.
It's so jank. I mean, like, all I wanted to do was I wanted to come in and I wanted to make it one line. And when I clicked on it, it just started a new line. So, I mean, any way you chop this up, we're breaking out right now for Ethereum. So, it said refresh my Bybit and it'll show up. Oh, there it is. Oh, look, we did it. Look at this, guys. We're up $5,000. I knew something wasn't right. Look, guys, the chat is helping me out today. You got me in this trade. Appreciate it. But, I thought something was weird because when I went over here and I looked at my my assets, I noticed I was up like another $5,000. And I was like, that's weird. What is happening there? I don't know what happened. I don't know what got held up there. But, hey, look, looks like we got a pretty good position here. And we still have about 2/3 of a Bitcoin to add to the position at some point if we wanted to do that. So, wow, look at that. Pretty exciting. Okay, so now I can actually focus on this. Here, I think personally what we're seeing right now is I think we are seeing a lot of people giving up on Ethereum for the first time. Now, guys, keep this in mind. Can we keep this in perspective? Ethereum has outperformed Bitcoin for 2021. Ethereum has outperformed Bitcoin so far, but everybody wants to give up on it. I don't understand it. I do understand it, actually, because of the lagging price. The last 2 months, it has not, but in January, and I told you guys, what we were talking about in December when Ethereum, like, do you guys remember when Ethereum was dragging in December? Do y'all remember that? We were like, Bitcoin's an all-time high, and, like, Ethereum just isn't doing anything. And then what happened? Wow. I think we're going to see the same thing. I thought we would see it last month. We didn't see it. But I think with these futures contracts expiring, and with us showing a breakout right here, one of my famous arrows there, with us showing this breakout, I think we are going to see some good price action for April. I think it's going to be a good month. But if we get to the end of this month and Ethereum is not really doing much, it may be time to consider, alternative plans. All right, let's talk about TJ's very favorite project. TJ, how much XRP do you own?
If there was negative, I would own negative, but like zero is as low as I can go.
XRP. Somebody made a comment, by the way, and they said, don't sell your soul to TJ and his invalid XRP opinions.
Yeah, they don't. So, the XRP people don't like me, but that's okay. No. I don't like them either.
God, TJ, that's so counter to what you always tell me. You say we don't want to talk about that we don't like people.
Yeah, well, I'll make an exception.
Ooh, gosh, he hates you if you're an XRP. Yeah, if you're an XRP, I don't hate you. Yeah. If you're in any project, I don't hate you. I only hate you if you talk smack about me, and I'll come at you. I hate you if you work for the banks, or if you are the bank. I hate you. But XRP, I want everybody that has XRP to make money. Like, I don't think it's a bad thing to want people that are in the community to do well. So.
I want everybody who holds XRP to make money too. That's why I tell them to sell XRP. I want them to make money too.
Just get out of it. Yeah. Corey says still on for 27K price prediction for ETH. I have nothing that has occurred so far to make me change my mind. I don't think. I do believe that if we get to the end of this month and things are not bullish, it is time to start considering. But I still don't think there's any way possible Ethereum does not end this year below $15,000 at the peak. Now, it could drop in December. It could drop, but I don't think there's any way. $15,000 is kind of my very bottom line Ethereum price target. So, which some people don't like, by the way. Some people don't like we have bullish targets. These are the same people that called us moon boys in 2018, and now look. So, suck it, what I got to tell you. Okay, XRP coiling up on the chart. So, we were talking about the technicals, and this is something that's very interesting because this article basically talks about XRP gearing up for massive pump. But the question is, are the technicals alone something to make the price rise? No, not in this case. Because if XRP gets bad news from the SEC or they get the death penalty, it don't matter what the technicals say. It's not going to rip. But it basically says XRP coiling up on the chart like an H-barbarian. That's funny. Ripple putting pressure on the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission in the lawsuit, and some very valid reasons why XRP should and could be relisted by major U.S. exchanges. A massive pump is on the horizon. I hope you're prepared to be a part of it. Now, I would say this. Thank you, Henry. We already talked about that, actually. Thank you for the super chat. I would say this is delusional, what this article says. Ripple putting pressure on the SEC is not bullish, right? The more pressure they put on the SEC, the more likely they are to lose. So I don't know. And then they also said that XRP could be relisted by major U.S. exchanges. 0%, they're getting relisted by U.S. exchanges if the SEC stuff is not cleared up. So MTG streamer here is new MTG employee going to work on BitBoy TCG. Is that Spanglish? I don't understand what that means. What are they talking about?
I don't know.
What is an MTG streamer? And what's a TCG? Is that PCP? THC?
No.
PHP?
I have no idea.
I have no idea what that is. Last week, SEC sent a letter to U.S. District Judge Annalisa Torres of the Southern District of New York to oppose the intervention of XRP holders in its lawsuit against Ripple. Ripple's legal issues showing signs of cooling off. Who thinks they're showing signs of cooling off? Like, where is this coming from? There's been nothing.
XRP army.
It has to be. Anyways, XRP really starting to look like HBAR did before it ran 8X. We have potential breakout of our consolidation pattern when HBAR broke out. But, guys, the technicals sometimes just are not enough. But, however, if you are in the XRP army, and you want to trade on Bybit, you are by all means invited to come sign up for Bybit, where you can actually leverage trade XRP and make gains in XRP. It's one of the actual, the Martini guy. Okay, he says, what did he say? Okay, I know the Martini guy. I love the Martini guy. I used to really hate him. We had like a little bit of a beef going. I thought he was a real big douche. But over the last year, he's really grown on me. We get along great now. We've done channels with each other. And he is a good dude. And I think sometimes he just comes off a little abrasive because maybe of his dialect a little bit. I think they just go a little harder on people where he's from in his neck of the woods. But I love the Martini guy. He's one of the best follows on Twitter. I love the Martini guy's Twitter. He says a lot of good stuff. I retweet him all the time. So, but what is TCG?
I'm not sure. Trading card game.
Oh, is that?
I don't know why somebody from there would be working over here. I'm still not making that connection.
Still not making the connection. But guys, if you want to trade XRP, you can do that with Bybit. But this is what I'll say. I believe that. Okay, so when we're talking about the technicals of XRP, if they are very, very, very strong, and it does look like there is some pressure to go up, it could be bullish for XRP, okay? But I would say it might be bullish more like a 20 to 30 to 40% pump, not an 800% pump. Like, with the lawsuit going on and with there no way to actually really trade XRP, especially in the U.S., you're going to have a hard time with that. Now, one thing is, on Bybit, if I go back over to my account here, oh, wow, we're doing well. Look at this. Look at this trade. Okay, all right. Hey, this one goes to out to that guy that sent me a super chat. Appreciate this, man. Nice move there. But the point is, when you look here at the assets, you have 4 assets that you can exchange here. Bitcoin, Ethereum, EOS, XRP. A little sneaky way to trade XRP through Bybit. And just want a little hint to you guys that are wanting to trade XRP. What does that say up there? BitBoy Crypto, say it like, let's go defense. Love your channel. Let's get it. Let's go defense. Guys, we only go on the offense here. We don't play defense on the BitBoy Crypto channel. Just so you know. We are all offense all the time. We're going to keep on going. We don't got to play defense. We ain't got anybody that's on our side of the court. Hey, Coin Bureau, call me. Call me when you're on my side of the court, bud. Yeah. By the way, another YouTuber that people really love, Benjamin Cowan. People love this guy. He's going to be on the channel tomorrow. So very interesting. And hopefully Journey Crypto is going to be on down the road. I like Journey Crypto. Andre G. These are some guys that never been on the channel. Definitely want to get on the channel before. And Tyler S., another one of my favorite YouTubers. I love Tyler S. on YouTube. This guy, let me show him to you. He said he has some problems with some live streams and with some, he said he's got some issues. Maybe he'll come on down the road once he gets maybe some places he's, I don't know, a living situation straightened out. I love this guy. Oh, he's verified. Look at that, Tyler S. He's one of the most entertaining people to watch. I really like Tyler S. He doesn't have nearly as many subscribers as some other people, but he's really good. And one of my favorite, well, I would say like a kind of suspect thing about him, he calls Gatorade red juice.
Oh, boy.
Red Gatorade, it's called red Gatorade. It's not called red juice, Tyler.
That's a little strange.
Yeah, it was. And so, of course, I went on to one of his videos, and I said that. Let's see if this was the one that I did. No, it wasn't this one. I made the comment that it was suspect, and then, of course, his whole community attacked me and said I was suspect. So, thank you for that, Tyler S. community. But I love Tyler S. I think he's a great dude. So, a lot of good YouTubers out there right now. which is pretty good. Had another guy, Alex Becker, you guys know I talked about last week, make a list of all the top crypto YouTubers. Left me off. Number one. And I gotta say, BitBoy Crypto's channel is irrelevant. We're the fastest growing channel in the history of cryptocurrency. We have the biggest live streams ever in the history of cryptocurrency. So, whatever it is, guys. Y'all keep coming at me. We'll keep playing offense. We don't need to play defense till we get somebody on our side of the court. All right, guys, make sure to do, guys, and always, thank you to the BitSquad. We could not grow without you. Like, this is our community. We see in a lot of these other, like, really, like, cultist YouTube communities where their community is, like, really, like, attacks everybody outside of the one person they watch. BitSquad's not like that. We don't attack other people and in chats and in the YouTube and stuff or in the YouTube comments. We have the best community in all of crypto. Why? Because we got a community of real people. Like, these are real people that are making money and doing well. If you guys remember last week, we asked you guys to put a $sign in the chat if you've made money off this channel. It was literally a wall of $signs. Can't wait to do our meetup. Do we have our meetup out, like that flyer? We put it out anywhere yet?
I don't know if it's posted or not.
We haven't posted it anywhere. Guys, we're having a meetup in an Atlanta meetup. It's actually in Marietta at Andretti's Indoor Kart Racing on April 7th at 6:30. It's next Wednesday, so 9 days from now. You guys can come and hang out. We think we're going to overwhelm them, we believe, with people there. So definitely come be part of that. Can't wait to talk to you guys. I love this community so much. And sometimes I have hard days, and I end up in comment sections and other people's channels, and people are saying all kinds of totally just ridiculous, asinine things that they don't understand what happens here. People don't understand why this place is so special, but you do, and we appreciate you for that. So if you love being a part of the BitSquad, make sure to smash that like for us. Let's send that message out there. But there's certainly some other good YouTube channels out there, we like to collaborate with and things like that. So, all right, guys, that is all we got for today. Thank you so much to the BitSquad. I love you so much. Be blessed. BitBoy out.